Yes, yes, yes. Welcome back to the Burning Lighthouse, world events and affairs seen through melanated eyes. I got my guest in the house tonight, my brother Jake. How you doing, Jake?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing fine, sir. We're gonna get right into it, man. What are you thinking about this queen? There's all this uh commotion and everything around the queen's death.
One thing, me being a melanated brother, that queen doesn't represent anything to me, for me, or about me. Um, it's very well known and documented that the queen was a very racist person. The country of England have always been racist. And what baffles me is the fact that they have such a deep black bloodline in the royal family. They had no business being as racist as they are. That is why Prince Henry embraced the black culture because he knows the history of his family. And so, why should I be sad about somebody that passing that was actually oppressor for my people? For 70 years, she was the queen for 70 years. Why
Yep,
would I feel bad about her passing?
I know that's right. Cause
It's almost like,
that throne represented so much that happened to us under that banner. And I mean, they still got jewels that belong to Africa now. The stone of Africa, worth estimated $400 million. They have the stone. I think it's the core from India, $400 million. And now the people are asking to get those stones back, which ain't gonna happen because they done raped and plundered the world for hundreds of years. Why would they give it back now? It's unheard of. And I was watching this morning when they had I guess her funeral or whatever, and they was walking in and all of that, and they, you know, for her funeral, and I guess they supposed to make it a public showing later today, someday. This just really interested me because I know what that throne has done to melanated people and poor people around the world. So why would it interest me? You know? But hey, it's a world affairs, and we're gonna talk about it. They might not get the response that they thought they was gonna get from us, but hey, it's the truth. You know what I'm saying, Jake? Jake, brother Jake, you there? Might have little technical difficulties. Let's see if we can get Jake back. Anybody else that's out there, they welcome to call in too with your opinions.
I think Jake is muted.
You think, okay, there you go.
it's,
Jake, brother Jake.
I'm not muted. Can you, are
Yeah,
you
I can
with
hear
me?
you now. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
okay. As I said, for those who have empathy, sympathy, and whatnot for the oppressor, you know, this is the reason why they don't teach a lot of Black history. Because if you knew your Black history, you would have no kind of empathy, sympathy, or whatnot for that queen.
Yep. I was reading the article earlier, right? And the article was talking about how the queen, she didn't like apartheid, and she thought that Britain should have signed uh what was it? It was what was it? What was it? When they sign up to say that, well, we ain't gonna deal with you on this country right there, just because y'all doing this and y'all doing that. Uh, what they call it, the term for it is the term for it. With all these restrictions, the same thing they trying to do to Russia now, what they have done in Russia now. Well, anyway, all the countries, the European countries, signed on to it, and Britain was the only one that didn't sign on to it. And they were trying to say that the Queen and Margaret Thatcher, the Prime Minister at the time, didn't want to sign on to it, but she wasn't with apartheid. But she said that would hurt them economically, and the Queen was supposed to have said something to her. They got into it about her not signing that. But the thing about it is, she never did it publicly. So if she never did it publicly, then she ain't do it. So you were with the apartheid, 'cause they all came from Britain and those countries anyway. And they said that she was asking for them to release Nelson Mandela. Well, I didn't see her do it publicly. So you can say anything in the back room. Well, my brother, he doesn't like the way y'all running the company, this right there, but you ain't seeing it publicly. Then what is it about? You know, I see we got the picture of her and then Mandela, and it's wild, because that's politics, you know, it's politics. Of course, you'll do this and that, you know, but if you look in that family, like my brother Jake said, they had a lot of black blood in their family.
Yes, and there's a picture. Now, this woman is supposed to, black folks are supposed to have so much sympathy and sadness about her passing. Why is there a picture symbolizing the queen with her foot on a black man's neck, and the black
That's a
man
Saint Michael.
is supposed to be Satan,
Yeah,
and she got her
Saint
foot
Michael.
on his neck.
Yeah, that's the Saint Michael thing. And she wears that now. That's the Saint Michael badge, and she wears that. And the Satan was depicted as a black man, and Michael as a white angel, a white man. And those jewels, those crown jewels, stolen. All of it stolen. I've read in one article where they were saying as much as $300 trillion of gold was stolen from since back then to now by the queen. Yeah, that's the picture right there, the same Michael picture. That's it, and clearly representing the white guy with his foot on the black man's neck. Hmm. Yep, that's exactly the picture right there. And she wears that pendant proudly. Come on. They could have easily changed that. If she wasn't with it, she couldn't have to wear it. They won't change the value of the gold. And it's just outrageous, you ask me. I don't care nothing about it. She ain't my queen. You know, I don't really know about her in depthly, but I know that when her grandson married a lady with melanation in her skin, I know that abruptly they had to leave, and there was rumors, and actually it was rumors that came about that other people in the royal family was saying little things like if they have a kid, is the kid gonna come out black or with dark skin? Hell, they already got melanation in your family, you just don't want to admit it. That's them, but a lot of black people, man, we lost on a lot of issues. Like Jake, like you say, they don't want to teach the woke doctrine that's trying to come about true history, because even white people gonna be shocked about the history that they was told. There ain't nothing but lies and all the bloodshed that they've done. Jake.
Died uh, during the 70 years of Queen Elizabeth's tenure. England is responsible for 180 million deaths of black melanated people, and they don't want to talk about that.
No, we got one person, Mrs. Ty Tawan Taylor. She said that she was suicidal with her pregnant because of how they treated her inside the royal family. I can believe it, because I know, like I said, that there was a lot of rumors of racial treatment. The words about if the children come out, they gonna be dark skinned. Well, hell, children might come out dark skinned without her being there. Genetics jumps around. And look at this queen, uh, power. All these folks power, but you couldn't stop hunger. You couldn't stop all of this stuff that's going around under the same countries that you still quote unquote rule. A lot of people, they don't talk about that either. A lot of countries still is up under her thumb. The Commonwealth. There's a lot of countries up under the Commonwealth. I think Jamaica uh recently got away from her, but I think they still need some more things done. Uh, there's a few more countries that's still up under her thumb. There's some countries in the Caribbean that's still up under the monarch. She ain't released them, and we all know how they acquired those lands through slavery, torture, genocide. You know,
Yep. So yeah, I don't feel no empathy about her. And there's a couple of other royal members. They need to kick on out too.
yeah. Which ones you talking about? I get them all, put them all out there.
Yeah, get them all. No, so yeah, it's amazing though how uneducated black people are about their history.
Yep. I see this 2018 Independence Day. This is Jamaica, Dave. Like this is looks like it's Jamaica. That's Jamaican flag. Jake, you see this picture that we got posted up?
Yeah.
Is that the Jamaican flag or is that the
That looks like Jamaica.
it's like Jamaica?
That's the Jamaica flag, like the British. Yeah.
That's the what?
Okay, and yeah, you still see the British monarchy on it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she still got a lot of. There's a lot of those Caribbean islands. That's the well, I keep saying she, but the monarch now because she's passed. So now it's to her son, and there was so much controversy around her son even in becoming the monarch because a lot of the countries didn't like him because of the way that he spoke politics while the prince, and they were saying that as a prince that he shouldn't be talking like that because he could start wars just by his rhetoric. And they were some was even saying that the queen needed to bypass him and give it to his eldest son, but apparently she didn't. So I wonder, is he gonna be a politician more like he used to be, or he's gonna stick to the same monarch game and still run the Commonwealth state, raping all these countries of their funds? What you think, Jake?
Well, one thing I really don't see why they would be even really relevant to the world. You know, they get a way too much respect, if you ask me. And there's
They
other
want,
countries that getting
yep,
way too much respect because when it's all said and done, all the countries um, will, if they got down to a situation where something going down, they
yep. Some people don't think that that chair has power, but that monarch can actually dissolve the British government at any time, and people don't know that. They think it's just a show or a history thing, just a show, but it's not just a show. Now, it is a lot of countries up under that the Commonwealth state. That's what they call it. Britain herself is up under the Commonwealth state. That's why the monarch can dissolve the British government at any time. And these are all the Commonwealth state. Do you see it?
I think we got Ty Taylor commented, and we got Cap backstage. Cap in.
Y'all let Cap in. I see. I commented on Miss Teller. Said it's talking about the prince wife, the one that they was being racist to, saying that she was suicidal during her pregnancy. It was how they treated her. Mr. Cap, how you doing?
What's up, Eric?
I'm doing okay, my brother. I'm doing okay. You know, we on here talking about this queen, this so-called queen, they queen. I see Canada, South Africa, Australia. We definitely do Australia. British, Britain, the United Kingdom, uh, India. I guess India is blue. 'Cause I guess they lukewarm because at one point in time, India and Pakistan was one country when the royal family ruled down there. And during when they left from down there, they split the country. One becoming Pakistan and the other one becoming India. Mrs. Taylor said, "Why did Jamaica take 12 days mourning after her death?" Huh, uh, that one right there. Woo! I guess a lot of our people still blind, and in Jamaica of all people, the should should know that. But yeah, yeah. Says it took 12 days of mourning in Jamaica after her death. Well, how many days they took when Nelson Mandela died? Hmm. Guess that came in and went right past, huh? But all these countries are still up under the Commonwealth. So now they have a king instead of a queen. And that Australia, it's so racist how they do the indigenous people down there. It's a shame. And at one point in time, back in the days, they was what they would call it, I guess it was genocide. They was killing the indigenous people, moving them on their plantations like the same way the apartheid did in South Africa. But in Australia it was so bad how they was killing all the melanated indigenous people of that land. And that was up under the Queen. That was actually during her reign and her father's reign. But I guess they ain't gonna teach about that, huh? Guess the woke doctrine won't speak on that right there. All these people all over the world mourning and melanated people all around mourning this lady's death, but don't even realize that, man, this lady and her family that has destroyed so much heritage and culture of melanated people around the world. How you feel about this, Cap?
Yeah, well, you sizing it up. That sounds right.
I see they got it in the car in the little casket. All the people around taking the pictures and all of that. Need to put a history up there too.
Yeah, well, that was their queen, you know. As a matter of
Yep.
fact, they said the line was about 2 miles long. Can you imagine?
Ooh.
Waiting to see
Hey,
her
that's
casket?
long. Damn.
Yeah. Sick.
Yeah, that is long right there, Cap.
Yeah, well, did you see the jester, the colored guy that had the top hat on when
No,
they
I
asked him
missed that.
a question? Yeah, when he took his hat off, he said, they said, well, what would you say to her? He said, what I would do is tip my hat and pray for her. Jake. Say, God damn, man. Dressed like a jester with that top hat on.
The jester. Anybody ain't familiar with the jester? The jester is what's supposed to make the king and the queen laugh. The
Exactly, right. That's
ass.
what he was. That's what he was. Damn, man.
The big joke.
Yeah, but the people are waking up over there,
Yeah.
especially the Muslims
Yep.
over there. Yeah, the terrorists they call them, huh? Right?
Yep. Yep. I seen one white girl in the news, and the reporter walked up to her and he asked her, how she felt about it. And I guess he wasn't ready for a response, but her response was, she don't feel no type of way. People die every day, and there's been so much controversy around that throne that people don't want to talk about. I guess the reporter wasn't ready for that.
No,
I
he
want
wasn't.
to.
Right. He figured everybody out there was sad and mourning for her. Right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
You got a rude awakening on that one.
And that
Yeah,
was
the
the
root.
thing. I see you see your Arabs out there, right? Of course, you've seen a bunch of Caucasians out there, a few colored people. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
sad.
No, we
But let's
still got
play it out
some
anyway, man.
delusional.
Kings and queens.
Yeah, play that. That old
But
mother.
you seen her crown, right?
Yeah, I seen it.
Her crown, right? They
Yeah, I
said
seen
that's
it.
yeah, worth $400 million. Man. Can you imagine
Mm-hmm.
that? They call it the Star of Africa.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
the Star of Africa, and she got another one too now.
Yeah.
I can't forget the name of it, but it's from India, and it's supposed to be worth four
Oh
hundred
yeah.
million also. Yeah, and they say that India and Africa is asking for the stone back to see if the newly king would take a step in the right direction and give people their stuff back.
Yeah. Well, they're waiting because right now, they've been doing this for like for 70 years, right? Longer than that, of course. But she was ruling that long. So the thing is that now
Yep,
this new guy's in there, and things gonna get funky. So he got to make up his mind what the hell he's gonna do, right? That's why they didn't want
yep.
the young guy in there, the grandson, 'cause he would have hurry up and say, "Take it. We don't need it."
Hmm. You know it.
Yeah.
That younger one, the one you mentioned, didn't he have some type of controversy going on with him that he was on Epstein's island and some girl was saying that he did this and that to
Right, but that wasn't the young one. The young was married to this girl from over here. This
her? Yeah,
Harry.
yeah,
No,
that was the young,
we
but the one next the one next in line, they were saying that he was a bunch of controversy on him.
right. Yeah, that's William.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But they're all falling,
they,
man. That's all.
yeah, they
And you got this what they call that critical thinking,
race theory.
race theory, right? And this is the thing that's what countries want to see now because they're waking up because they know it's more colored people on this planet than Caucasians. You
Yep,
understand? So they really want to know what really happened, man. All the lies they've been telling, and you know what's happening over here. People are waking up in America. But over there,
yep,
they're slow to wake up because they got this old barbaric mentality about a queen. Back then, if you looked at them wrong, they could cut your head off, right?
yep.
Right? Right. But of course, president is totally different. You can call him all kind of names and shoot at him, and they don't
Mm-hmm.
kill you. Remember, shot the president. They
Yep.
recently released him, right? All right. Yeah.
So they finally released him. Yeah. But
Yeah.
you better not throw a stone that way at a monarch. They gonna kill you dead.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's you better believe that. You know you did. Yeah.
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 See, with me,
But then
see,
you, but
with
it,
this this is how I look at that. How that monarch and the Britain thing, right? To me, it's a false flag. What I mean by the false flag is that they go around and they preach democracy and we should vote for the rulers and the leaders and stuff like that. So Britain say, okay, we're gonna do this right here, but we're gonna still remain keep our history as the monarch. To me, that's just absolutely a lie because behind closed doors, that monarch still run that country. Because if that monarch didn't run that country, in their law, they would not have that monarch can dissolve the government at any time. So please tell that to somebody else because they still run. They might not run the day to day, quote unquote, conglomerate of the business, but they still outright run that country. But they know the times was changing, so they sent the false flag up. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We don't do this no more. It's strictly for historical, for heritage and all that. Then change that law then. Change that law. Make me know it. Change that law. Take that law out of British government.
Yeah. Well, that's not going to happen for a minute. You know,
Hmm
the
I want
people don't give
somebody.
up.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I want somebody to point that law out and say change that law. That'll get somebody killed over there.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you got the country saying that they want their free anyway. You know, Jamaica's all was the big one when remember when William went over there, William and his girl, they said they want their land, their freedom. They were coming over there and they having a parade and all. So we don't worship y'all no more. But yeah, their power's about to run out. You know they
Yep.
own Canada too, right?
Yeah. We were just talking about that. Canada, Australia, uh, uh, some of the islands off of Australia, a lot of islands
Most of
in
the
the
islands, right?
Caribbean.
Most of them,
Mm.
right?
What they call them? What is it? What is the name of it? It was the British.
The Commonwealth,
Nuh-uh,
the
what
old
they call them?
Commonwealth,
Yeah, they all Commonwealth, one of the Commonwealth. But you know how they have the American Caribbean, and they also have the Britain Caribbean. Same place, just those different islands are under the Commonwealth.
right? Right.
Still have a picture on their money, so her ass out of here. So what you gonna put the king pictures on their necks?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the same thing over here. George Washington, he's gone. Frank is gone. Ben,
Mm-hmm.
he's gone. So they're not changing that until they fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Till they fall, right?
And I'm sure what's the guy's name? The guy now he's what's the son's name?
You was breaking up a little. I guess we're having a little technical difficulties. Is the son's name? Which son?
The son is her son. The one that's now king.
Oh, Charles.
You couldn't be in over there now, right? Because they would hang you, man. You don't know the king's name. Shit, they'll get rid of you. Shit, took that long to bring up his name.
Yeah, yeah, Prince Charles.
Yeah, he should be angry, man. He should take his money and leave. After all this time, he's old now. He ain't getting. I mean, he's old. She's wanted to live forever and rule forever. Now she
Mm-hmm.
got power to him. He got a few years to live.
Yep. They used to talk. A lot of them other people over there. They used to talk about Prince Charles. They was like they didn't like the fact that he was second in line because his rhetoric was not becoming of a king. And they were saying that a lot of stuff he didn't supposed to speak of and talk on, but he used to do it anyway. But like you say, he old now, so maybe he done settled on back into the little ways.
Right, because he had the mentality of a commoner, right?
Yeah,
The low class people. Because I think
yeah,
he was the one that married Diana that Michael Jackson sung about, right? Dirty
yeah,
Diana.
yeah. He
Uh,
Dirty Diana.
yeah, yeah.
Diana might be getting her revenge right about now. I can see it now. The queen running. Diana, I got you now, you old bitch.
Oh yeah, they battling right now. Shit. Huh.
Yeah, you know that throne knocked her off. They knocked her off. They say when it first happened that the royal people came in and blocked it off from anybody. The British police couldn't even get down there. And like, well, when you're dealing with the royal family, this is what goes on. Come on, man. Y'all ran them folks off there. You said it was paparazzi. He was trying to escape the paparazzi. Now he was trying to shoot, trying to escape the British royal people, and they ran off the road, gone trying to do it in, and they did it in.
Oh yeah. See, because she was changing things because of her personality. She
Yep.
had sympathy for people. That's because she was
Yep.
poor, right?
Yep.
And now she's changed. They said we got to get rid of that girl. And that's why I
Yep.
remember the mom said told Charles to get rid of her.
Yep.
Remember? Yeah.
Yep. So did.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah. What?
Could you see if she would have still been alive now today with her passing and with her Diana ascending to the throne with him? They probably would have gave the jewels back.
Oh yeah. Well, it would have been told. It would have been totally different because right because she understood that and she knew the history of that, right? And she was a low class person in reality, right? But she was so
Yes.
sexy to Charles, he had to have her. Mom said, "No, you can't
Hmm.
have that hoe." Nah. And then she started dealing with Dodie, right? Huh?
Yeah.
The rich
Yeah.
Arab.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
rich Arab.
Well, yeah.
They want you know they weren't gonna have that.
Hell no. They flirting around and carrying on, man. Yeah. It's a
Hmm.
bad image, man. At least do it
Yeah, it was
behind
bad
closed doors,
image.
right? Right.
Oh, she was out front with it.
That's right. Yeah, that was a
He
no-no.
ain't like that at all. They knocked her out quick, man. That
Yeah,
wasn't she in the car
yeah,
with
that's
him?
that's really amazing, man. With who? Yeah, both of them died. Everybody
Okay.
in the car died. And I'm saying, why are you
Hmm.
driving so fast and it's just people with cameras behind you chasing you? So that's a setup. And the thing is, we don't know if
Yeah.
they had it fixed where the car just stuck, you know, and just continue to
Yep.
multiply with the speed and they lost
Yep.
control. You never know. They all
Yep.
crooks, man. Yeah.
Yeah, they
You in that
all
big
crook.
body Mercedes. Right.
Two diamonds, $800 million together. Two diamonds.
Yeah, just those two. Isn't that amazing? And it's
Wow.
probably worth more than that now anyway,
Yep.
because they're so rare.
Yep.
And then because she
Hmm.
had them, right? Because the
Yep.
so-called queen had them. They plenty of money they were.
Y'all wonder which country that the Star of Africa came from?
Oh,
Which part of
see,
Africa?
I don't know. It was probably right, but it was probably the same. Remember, what was it? Blood diamond? Probably the
Yeah, that was
same
the Congo.
lot.
Yeah, that
Probably
was
the
the
same
Congo
place.
right there.
Well,
Yeah, and that whole
that's
that
what
whole
you got
blood
from.
diamond, that whole blood diamond theme about it is saying that they call the blood diamonds the ones that they making kids and everybody dig for diamonds and they selling them on
Right,
the black
right.
market. But in actuality, okay, we do know that that's how a lot of stuff is there done over there. But in actuality, the only reason they hyped it up because they was doing the same thing. But when the black people started getting their diamonds themselves, selling their diamonds themselves, they became blood diamonds. So the market wouldn't outrightly accept them unless they came through them. So they came through the white folks to say that, oh, we ensure that we
Exactly
didn't get
right.
them like that.
Right, true.
Oh,
And
they
they're the ones
hypocrites.
classify them anyway and say how many carats and all that and how much they're worth. They're the ones over there.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. And them fake Jews, they the ones that's running the market. They think they
Exactly.
got
Yeah,
all the
especially in New
sense.
York. Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
they think they got all the sense in the world. When these black folks them in the Congo said, no, no, we want to dig our own diamonds. We want to sell our own diamonds. Oh, those blood diamonds. They've been blood diamonds, but hell, before they start doing that, y'all been had kids and women out there digging that shit. But then all of a sudden, when they want to sell it themselves, they become blood diamonds, and the market don't want to sell them because they forbidden to sell because they got children and stuff like that. Y'all been doing that.
Exactly, right. But now all of a sudden, yeah, it's on the blood of the kids and the women. Yeah. But that's
Hmm.
how it does anyway. That's the mentality, right? To turn against someone because now it's against the kids. Yeah.
See, Mr. One
Well, we'll
said
see what
something about
happens.
the Cape Colony. I think that's where the diamonds might have came from, the Cape Colony. That's a that little big piece of glass right there. $400 million.
Yeah, but that was
Need to
close to
find
South
me
Africa.
one. Yeah, right on South Africa.
Yeah,
Need to go find me one. A
yeah.
couple of 'em.
And what?
Yeah, they making diamonds now.
And
They
what?
growing diamonds themselves.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh
they
yeah, but
they
they're
gonna
not. We
turn it.
know they're not real.
Yeah, but they say the
Yeah, they're
ones they
not
making,
real.
damn, they're going for the same price as the real ones.
That's because he's a liar and a thief. You cannot
Yep,
produce something that nature did better than nature.
that's right.
Right? That's what they say. Right?
Yep,
Because they call them. I mean, one was called zirconians, right? And now they got
yep,
one supposed
that's
to be better than that. But they're not real. They're
yep.
not real diamonds, man. I mean, a fool might
Nope.
pay for them. Right? Yeah. It's the same thing. They've been trying to make gold for centuries, right?
Yep.
And they can't produce gold. Yeah.
Nope. They're producing their fairy tales. How the lady spun the web or the wheat or the yarn in the gold. It ain't spun none yet. Get on that myth.
Hey, Jacob
Right? Do
just
you
joined us back.
know why? Do you know why gold is so expensive, so rare?
I did it. Don't know. I know it's supposed to be the number one conduit, for running energy and power.
Right? What I've read and understand is that it's coming up above, right? And it comes down to earth. That's why it's so rare. It's not made on earth. It comes above, right? So components, they should just where it goes from.
Hold on, we was kind of
So
breaking
that's
up a
why
little, Captain.
it's so rare. They can't. Oh, that's probably Yeah, but I'm saying that they're saying that it comes from space, right? Like you have these rocks spinning around up there, so-called meteorites. They say it's
Yeah,
particles up there, and they come down to Earth. And I don't know why it's based over there in Africa, but of course that's the richest place on Earth, right? And that's where
yeah,
basically gold is found at. And then
yeah,
of course you have certain pockets like in Alabama and in rivers and stuff like that.
yeah,
Yeah, so that's what they're saying, and that's why they can't produce or make gold. Because if they could, they would, and
yeah. They
you be
could. They'll definitely do
right.
it.
Because you know how Jake be buying that 10 carat, right?
Hmm.
Mhm.
But you know that in TVs, most of all like smart technology, uh, ships, planes, all the high technology stuff has gold inside of it on the circuits and stuff like that.
Right, and computers
Because
too. True.
yeah,
Right,
the computers, yeah, because that's the
right,
number one conduit, and they cannot
right,
reproduce that conduit level.
right. That's why it's so expensive. That's why these things cost so much.
And yep, that's why it costs so much.
Mhm.
And I know one country over there in Africa, I forget which one it is, but they just were found like so many trillions of dollars of gold in one pocket under the ground.
Really?
They say they're not
When
gonna ship it off either. They say they're gonna produce it themselves in
when did that
in
happen?
in their
When
own
how,
country.
how long
It
ago
was
was that?
a couple of months ago.
Really?
Yeah,
Because
a couple of months ago.
that's why they killed Gaddafi, Omar Gaddafi, because
Yeah,
he was going to take the money monetarily. It was going to be gold.
yeah.
Forget
He
this
said they're gonna.
paper. Yeah.
Yeah, so they were gonna back their currency with the minerals that they have in the ground, which would have uh, destroyed the international banking system of Europe and America because Europe doesn't have minerals and that type of minerals in their ground.
Right, but that's the point, man, is that they didn't have that much gold. And whatever happened to the gold in Fort Knox?
Shit, ain't nobody ever seen it. Is it
You,
really gold in there for real, like they
I
say?
don't know, but they said it was a lot of that gold was in the World Trade Center when it went down.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, yeah. So tell them where the hell it is now. Maybe that's why they knocked the buildings down, right?
Yep,
Huh.
exactly. And then a lot of thing about that, man, that throne has caused wars in the Congo. All these people, all these European countries, they don't want to see the Congo and these other places in Africa have a stable government, because then you can't manipulate them to war with each other and steal their money, steal their minerals.
Right, right, true.
You know. So all that trying to stabilize the Congo and all, that's a lie. You go there right now, you got 5 different people is claiming to be the president.
Yeah,
You
well,
know.
that's the thing, right? That's the thing. Remember, you got Boko Haram over there killing
Hmm.
people, right? Now,
Yep.
once
In
they
Nigeria.
remember when the government got into it, America got into it, all them kids came back, right?
Yep.
Because the people complained so much, America stepped in and hey, them kids came back. So you just
Yep.
say you think you bad, but you ain't bad. Them kids coming back, and that just shows you the power that these guys can produce, and they don't, right?
Yep.
As far as making
Yep.
things just, they don't.
Like Miss Tawan Tiller, she said she think it was in Uganda. I think it was in Uganda. I know one of those countries that they've recently, like 2 months ago, it was like so many trillions now, not billions, but trillions of dollars of gold deposit that they found.
Really?
Yeah, and they
Well, I
said
missed
that they
that.
was not gonna let uh any other country melt it down produce it for them. So they're gonna do it themselves and put that in there to their own economy. I said, man, that's good. That's good. They
Yeah,
they
it
wake
may
some
be,
on waking up.
it may sound good, but then you got to protect yourself and that goal.
Yep.
That will be
Yep.
the problem.
You
Okay.
know what? That was exactly the conversation that came up. They said a lot of people on the show were saying, well, when they do that, now they got to protect themselves because them people
Right.
ain't gonna do them but try to kill the leaders and scare the other ones to get to them.
That's right. They'll take it, and that's the point. You're gonna have to have somebody that's big enough to step in there to protect you. Who is that? China?
Yep.
Because China's over there in Africa anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's probably what they're gonna have to do. I mean, I hate to say it, but ain't really too many African countries military wise can defend themselves like that.
You'd
Not
be
too many.
surprised.
Not too many. I don't
You
know one.
would be surprised at the capability that Africa had. Because if they were so vulnerable, you don't you know that England and America would have done took over Africa, and Russia would have taken over Africa for their riches a long time ago.
They
So
did
it's
that a
something,
long time ago.
it's something about Africa that those countries know that if they go in there, they're going to catch the blues trying to fight them on their turf.
Yeah. This I see. We got the our maestro, Mr. Dave. He done pulled it up. 12 million in gold found. Dave, is that Uganda? Trying to see.
Yeah, that's Uganda.
Okay, yeah, it is Uganda. Miss Ty was right. 12 trillion in gold. Mm, mm, mm. One deposit. One deposit.
Yeah, well, I don't know. They better have some protection. Because I know at one time, what was that, about 15 years ago? They kicked out all the Caucasians, right? Told them to get the hell
Yeah,
out of
that was
Uganda.
installed. Yeah.
When Idi Amin was ruling.
Oh yeah, I remember him. He wasn't no joke.
That's right.
He
Yeah,
wasn't no joke over there. He ain't play with their ass.
Who,
that's right.
Chaka Zulu?
Idi Amin.
Yeah, Idi Amin and Chaka Zulu both. Um, um, they tried, at one point, England tried to take Chaka Zulu's territory, and he ran them out of there. He said, come on. And they came over there, and they hurried up and turned around and left. That's
Yeah,
why
but you know,
there's, there's something about that country, and and you got to believe this. If it was that easy to go in there and take all those riches, you know they've been wanting to go in there and take cause Africa is the only continent that is rich with everything.
yep.
Um,
And it's also the only continent rooted in the ground, in the earth itself. Everything else, the islands actually just floating.
so if it was that easy, Russia thought about it, England thought about it, in America actually thought about it a couple of times. It's
There you
something
go.
that all these countries know that if they go in there, that they can't win because you know what they feel about the melanated people anyway. They know that if they could go in there and do whatever they want to do, and the rest of the world be like, they Africans, so what we care about? Ain't nobody gonna say nothing if you go in there. But if you go in there and you can't win, that's the reason why ain't nobody going in there because they know they can't win.
Yep.
Africa
Africa need to
is
get
the richest country in the world. The richest country in the world. And if it was
continent
so easy for anybody to
for
go in there and take what they got, they would have done it by now.
yeah. Let's specify that for people that don't know. Africa is a continent, not a country. There's plenty of
Right,
countries inside of Africa, which is the continent.
right. I'm glad you correct me. You are absolutely right. It's a continent. And, you know, they the richest continent in the world. They got
In the world.
everything. And
Everything.
if it was so easy for somebody to go in there and take it, they would have taken it by now. But they
Yep, they
can't
do it.
take it.
They do it other ways now. You know what I'm saying? They
Well, they
bribe
try.
the leaders. They bribe the leaders to invest their money and their gold in other countries, and that's what Africa as a whole need to stop doing and need to invest in their own infrastructure, education, medical, and military.
Well, I want to say Ghana told the world that they will not deal with outsiders. It's either Ghana or what's the other one? Either Ghana or Nigeria have told the world they ain't dealing with them. That everything will be done within their country,
That's the best way.
and they
Edu-
said no outsiders. Remember, um, um, it was Ghana or Nigeria that uh, when when COVID first hit, everybody had wanted to go in there and vaccinate all of them, and they said no. We will not allow outside people coming in because
That's right.
in the past y'all came in and experiment with our people
Yep.
and
Yep.
pretty much killed off a lot of their people through experimenting with vaccines. And so either Ghana or Nigeria told them, don't you bring your butt up in here with that. We
You know
done
that
with it.
the the Haitian president told them the same thing.
Right,
But you know,
because they
what
know.
happened?
Yep, yep, they know nothing good going to come out of it.
Yep, nothing. I mean, history has shown us, just like history has shown us about the so-called quote unquote royal family. Don't nothing good come from y'all, man.
Right.
Y'all come with
Never
these
will.
fallacies and this false fake doctrine, and have us worshiping the stars while you taking the minerals from up on our feet, the true wealth.
See, that's something I don't understand about history. When white people first start coming on the U.S. Land, why didn't all the Native Americans got together and say, "We gotta get rid of these people"?
Because the study that's because of the same way that they did Africa. See, if history would be told the truth wise, all the Native American Indians or Native American tribes were not together. They even fought against themselves, against different tribes, was or enemies, and they never, a lot of them never got along. So when the French, Portuguese, Spanish, British, French, all these European countries came in, what they did was the same thing they always do. They divide and conquer. So they came to him saying, "Hey, well, look at here, Creek. You know what I'm saying? No, these guys up here, these Sequoias and these Cherokees, you know, y'all don't like them, and we don't like them either. You know what I'm saying? So look, let's get with you. You know, you we'll fight with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Take over their land, get rid of them. We tired of them too. So then to get with them, then you turn around and stab you in the back. Same way they did Africa. Because when you go in there, you will see a lot of African countries. They'll give you the fake pretenses that, oh, you just came in Africa, we just bullying people around, taking stuff. Okay, that's not the way you came into Africa. You came into Africa with these African country, this African country, this African country. Y'all were allies and y'all were together, but you slowly but surely backstab every one of them. Even when you go to the Trojan War, the history of the Trojan War, and how they sent the Trojan inside of the city, and they came out at night, and the Trojans fought them so valiantly, but they couldn't never get inside the city, so they sent the Trojan horse in there, and they got inside of it. But that's not entirely true. The reason they couldn't get up in the city is because the warriors that was outside, one of the warriors that city called was an African tribe that came and fought them. And when that African leader had died on the battlefield, even the European soldiers stopped. They stopped the whole war until his people could come and get him off the battlefield, show him just that much respect. So it wasn't like they just came in and just started taking over. No, they divided and conquered. That's why I say all these treaties and stuff that these folks come and get us to sign and shit. You can't go by that, because look at it. Iran. Look at Iran right now. They on the Obama, they signed a nuclear deal. Everybody was happy. Everybody was happy. Ooh, okay, he gone. Bush, I mean not Bush, excuse me. Trump came in, got rid of it. So if Iran, like, no, why should we sign another treaty with you when the next president is gonna get rid of it? Their treaties are two-edged swords. They are not to be trusted on in the world. Their word is not good. Too much history that showed us that. If you go back and see the Indian tribes that was on their sides at first and got backstabbed, the African countries that was on their side at first and got backstabbed, they backstabbed us.
Yep. Yeah. That's the term of they speak with a forked tongue. You
Hmm.
know. Yeah, and so that's the reason why now there's a very few countries that, you know, as far as America concerned, they don't respect America. America is a laughing stock as far around the world. But what they do respect is the money that America is willing to give them, for whatever they want. But as
Yep.
far as the respect, there's no respect. But you know, that's the reason why we done gave what how many trillions of dollars to the Ukraine.
Yep. Yep.
Now they done gave trillions and trillions of dollars to the Ukraine when that same money could have been utilized right here in the United States for other things.
Yep. One of them was Biden's uh, pledge to put so many billions of dollars into the black community. That ain't happened.
No,
But
they
they
ain't
still,
happened yet. Nope.
but it's still sending money way over here, way over there. I got a
Right.
something. Just let's just sell the queens or the royals jewels and send that money all over the places. It still wouldn't be enough.
Right.
But it is what it is. But we coming to the end of the show. I see we done went past a lot, but it was a good understanding and tonight. And
Hold on.
is it Dave want something to say?
Oh, now I just wanted to show the audience the picture of the Indians you was talking about from the historic
The,
pictures.
the historic pictures, the black melanated ones,
Yes.
the true ones.
Here's something that is factual, and people will have a hard time understanding when they talk about black people should get reparation for being slaves. If I'm the person that they supposed to get reparation from, I would tell them, hey, I'll gladly give you the money. Now prove that your ancestors was on a boat and came to America. Now you prove it, because in actuality there was only 330,000 people, black people that was transported from Africa and hit U.S. soil. Only
Hmm.
330,000.
And
Now
they and
we're
And
people
all
hold
said,
on, hold on. Of those 330,000, that wasn't to America. That wasn't to North America. That was to South America. Only 5% of that. Only 5% of that made it to North America.
hmm
which means
now,
that's even far less than what I'm talking about.
yeah. See, the
Um,
thing was this right
what,
here.
what people
Well,
During
let,
the
let,
during
him- let
the
him finish his point. Yeah. Go ahead.
go ahead.
Now, go ahead. You was talking, Jake. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. What
yeah.
the
Go ahead, Jake.
people that's far less than what I was talking about. What people don't understand, black people were already here. Most of the black people were mistaken for Native Americans. Native Americans.
You mean
We were
the
already
Indians?
here.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
point.
That's what Malcolm X said. We didn't land on Planet Rock. Planet Rock landed on us.
Thank you.
Yep.
We were
So
already here. And
see
a
the
lot of black folk would have a hard time connecting their roots to the motherland directly, and because we were already here. The Native Americans go all the way back. They will verify black people were already here.
well,
Yeah, they migrated from Asia. You know,
yep. That's
Yep,
why they
the
call it the Asiatic black
Mongolian.
man.
yep.
Now,
No,
one
no,
thing
no,
about
no.
it,
I said the Native Americans. I'm
oh, yeah,
saying
the Mongoloids.
the
Yeah, the
Mongoloids. That came.
Mongoloids.
They were fleeing the Mongolian invasion. So
Yeah. Now one thing that that people just fail to realize that when the slave trade started and they came in, was killing the natives and stuff like that. The ones that they didn't kill, they just put them on the slave plantations.
Yeah, yeah.
So they were slaves on our. We were slaves on our own land.
Prisoners of war.
Prisoners of war, POWs.
Mhm.
That's my term. That's the term I like to use.
Yeah,
It makes sense. It
yeah.
makes
Why tell
sense.
us the truth? Why tell us the truth when they know we're gonna ask for it back?
That's right.
That's why they have to keep their foot on our neck.
Yep. I don't
So
want the
Well,
truth though. But on
well,
this show right here, you're gonna get the unadulterated truth through
I
our
don't,
eyes.
I don't care
and,
about the 40
and,
acres. Well, I want
and,
my mule because gas prices, the way it is, give me my damn mule.
Yep. And my 40 acres.
I don't want the 40 acres. I just want the mule.
yeah. Ty got a comment. Read that for me while you can. While I pull up something.
Just said the same thing that they did with Hawaii, which is the truth. That's Mansa Musa people there. Because when there anything conflict and tribal war that broke out in Hawaii, Mansa Musa would have to come and settle down the people and settle down whoever was trying to take over. That's and that king was from Mali.
Hmm. Yeah. The Polynesian people are already dark. They're not that. They some dark people there. Let me pull up a picture of them. Of original king, I think she was referring to. Uh, right. Uh, this is one of the songs. Let me get that picture.
Hmm.
But anyhow, yeah, we'll get it before by the time you get. Yeah, that was
We
the
got it.
original
It was
picture.
up there.
Yeah.
Got it right there.
All right. This is depiction of them.
One thing about it, history is being told
The-
Through the eyes of the
What
melanated.
what
through the
they
eyes of the melanated.
what they're doing, they're trying to not teach history so that they can rewrite history. If you get rid of history and then let's say 10 years later, not teach history, then you come back 10 years later and say, okay, we're going to teach you history. There's so much history that they're going to erase because right now they're in the process of erasing history. And once they finish erasing history, because they already done erased history about 4 times already.
Yep.
They
Yeah,
That's
done
true.
yeah, yeah.
erased
Like they
history
say,
about
man, when you
four
tell one
times
lie, you got to tell
and
another.
then rewrote history.
And another one and another one.
Yeah, yeah. Like they
So
say,
for
Jake,
everybody,
if you tell one lie, you got to tell another one. So that's what they
Right.
got to continue to keep
You
doing.
got,
yep,
once you get rid of one lie, you got to follow that lie and you got to keep on lying.
yep,
Right.
You
yep.
know, you got to keep
That's
on
true.
lying.
That is so true. That is so true. But yeah, for all our viewers that tuned in and commented, we
Mhm.
love you. Please stay with us and as we grow, and we'll bring more news to you from world events seen through the eyes of the melanated people. Y'all are listening to the Burning Lighthouse, and we're gonna end the show tonight, and we will be back Tuesday, same back time, same back channel.